What's going on, beautiful and exotic women of the world? Welcome back to another video. I want to thank you all for your outpour of support. I've been getting some amazing comments and just hearing your ladies' stories and hearing you guys fire off and share some of your experiences have really been the highlight of my days. And I just want to send a bunch of kisses and hugs and thank you ladies for validating me, because I know my videos validate you, but your comments validate my experiences as well. It lets me know that I'm not the only one, and it just makes me feel good that we have this community here, and this community is a safe space for us. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe as we discuss issues in the exoticals community, and also like this video so that it can be pushed out to other beautiful exotic women like yourself. Today I want to discuss how upgrading your life triggers people's insecurities. Now, I want to use the analogy of your broken down car. If you have a broken down car, let's say you've had a broken down car for years, and the people around you have clowned you for your broken down car. The people around you have gotten used to you having this broken down car. The people around you are comfortable with you having this broken down car. They're driving Benzes and BMWs and Audis, whatever the case may be. These people are comfortable and happy with you being in the space that you're in. Why? Because it's not better than them. Narcissistic, egotistical people enjoy seeing you in a space that they feel you should be in. So let's say they see your potential. They see the fact that you could potentially have an Audi one day. They will treat you as though you are supposed to stay in that beat down car, in that busted car. The minute you go to that dealership, get that brand new Audi, that brand new BMW, the minute you go do that, you are threatening their perception of you. This is the thing about boxes and why putting people in boxes doesn't work, is because if somebody has favor and anointing over their life and they surpass your idea of where they're supposed to go or what they're supposed to do, and they come out of the box that you put them in, if you are a narcissist, you will be enraged. You will be furious by the fact that they were able to work themselves out of the box that you put them in. So once you drive off that lot with your brand new Audi, with your brand new BMW, the people who have BMWs and Audis as well are going to feel some type of way. Why? Because they thought your whole life was going to be you in that busted car, and you weren't a threat when you were in that busted car. You were humbled by your circumstances. You were a lesser version of yourself. You have something that they have, or even better. And so that makes people who have put you in a box very insecure, because in their minds, if you could do that, if you can come out of the box that they confined you to, you could probably exceed even further. And your excellence and you exceeding threatens people who want you to stay stuck and stagnant and small. To give you guys context, I have moved out of my hometown years ago, and I remember when I left my hometown, I lost a lot of friends. A lot of people turned on me when I moved. And I remember doing research before I moved on like the dynamics of friends and family when you leave your hometown, what that looks like, what changes. But I never thought that it would really happen to me, because I'm like, I've known these people for years. These are my girls. This is my family. They would never. But baby, these people would absolutely. So when you leave your hometown to better your life, people are threatened by this, because not only are you showing a act and sense of bravery, you're also about to elevate, most likely. You are sending a very clear signal to the world and to the people around you that you have outgrown your circumstances, that you have outgrown your situation, and that you're craving more. You're craving a better life for yourself. And you doing that creates a little bit of uncertainty in people's minds. It confuses them. It creates a buzz because they don't understand why you would want to leave. A lot of people will never leave their hometown. A lot of people are bound to where they're from, and that's fine if you love where you live or if you work there, or if you're in an industry where you have to be there. That's different. But I'm talking about people who are just sitting on their butts not doing anything and don't want better for their lives, and then they want to make you feel bad for taking a leap to go live somewhere else and expand your horizons. I really did experience a lot of falling out. I remember literally the week before I left, I had a going away party, and one of my friends, who I thought was my friend, completely showed her ass. She showed me who she was, and it really shocked me because I didn't see it coming at all. This was somebody who I thought was my girl. We did a lot of things together, and out of nowhere, she just completely showed me who she was, and it was almost like she was trying to show me that this is who she was this whole time, and she had no reason to hide it anymore because I was leaving, and she knew that the friendship was probably going to be over. And I think she was really genuinely threatened by the fact that I was going to a different state to change my life and to become a better version of myself. So I remember during my going away party, one of her friends who she bought as a +1, when everything was kind of falling apart and I was really emotional and upset because my friend, who I thought was my friend, was showing her ass, her friend told me, "This is who she is. This is who she is." And I said, "I didn't know this is who she was. She never showed me this side of her before." And she just kept saying, "This is who she is. This is who she is." And so that was the catalyst for all the other friends falling out of my life, because it just showed me how awful people are and how people will turn on you when you decide to make a decision, an executive decision, to better your life. I also remember when I first moved and got my first apartment, there was a girl who had moved shortly after me who I thought was going to be one of my closest friends because we were close in my hometown, but now we were both in states that were neighboring. So I thought I would have a friend. I thought I would have someone who I could rely on, who could rely on me. And I just thought that we were going to be even closer. So turns out when I had gotten my new apartment and I FaceTimed this friend after I had been in my apartment for, I want to say, about 3 or 4 months, I remember showing her that I was able to furnish my place. So I had showed her that I furnished my place, that I had opportunities going for me. And I remember her face just going completely sour when I had showed her my apartment. It was like she was smiling when she answered the phone. The angle that I was sitting down at, she could see my entire apartment behind me. And I just remember seeing her face completely change and shift. And something in my head clicked, and it let me know that she's not happy for you. She is coveting what you have, and she's very unhappy that you are settled and comfortable, and she isn't. And this is the same friend that I, in past story times on this channel, I've told you guys, who had went behind my back and talked to my ex and had just completely broken my heart. This was the same friend who also was competing and comparing herself to me. I made a video about that as well if you guys want to check that out. But this is the friend that was just a snake, okay? So just to give you guys context. And following this call with her, she didn't speak to me for the next 9 months of that year. So I barely heard from her for 9 months. And it really broke my heart, but that just proved to me that when you elevate your life and when you surpass people's expectations and when you are doing better than some people who are in silent competition with you, it bothers them to the point where they can't even be in your life anymore. Also, when you outgrow certain jobs or social settings, people, I notice, are both angered but also intrigued by your decision to separate yourself and elevate your life. So if you were in a job where everyone was kind of shooting for the same things, everybody wanted the same things, and let's say you managed to get there before them, they will be annoyed by you but also very, very intrigued. So they'll probably stop supporting you. You probably won't hear from them. That's something I noticed too when I left from one of my jobs that I worked at a couple of years ago. After I was gone, it was almost like they tried to start doing the things that I was doing outside of work. They took on the same hobbies. They took on the same passion projects. And it was kind of weird. I was like, this wasn't you while I was working with you. So why is it now that I'm out of this job and we have each other on social media, now all of a sudden you want to do what I do? And that just shows you that people want to play the catch-up game. So if they think that you've left a job and your life is on the up and up, they want to try to catch up to you so that they feel like they're not behind. But that's dumb because I was never thinking about it that way. But that just shows how people's minds operate, and it really is kind of sick. And finally, I want to talk about the romantic relationship aspect of all this. And that is that some men are absolutely intimidated by you when you decide to elevate and grow into the person who you're meant to be. So if you were with a man who was used to you being self-deprecating, he was used to you having low self-esteem, you were a punching bag, you were a doormat for him, and then you decide that you don't want any more of this, you want to elevate your life, you want better for yourself, he will do everything in his power to try to keep you small, keep you stuck, keep you in his grasp. A lot of men see your potential before you see your potential, and so if they see that you're beginning to wake up to who you are and you're beginning to elevate and go into spaces that are going to nurture and grow the new versions of you, he will do everything in his power to stifle you, whether that's planting seeds of doubt in your mind so that you feel like you're not good enough to go after your dreams. He'll try to plant a baby in you, physically hurt you, emotionally bruise you, so that your self-esteem and confidence can be broken, so that you'll stay with him, because he understands if you elevate, you'll most likely find someone better, and you'll wake up and realize that he wasn't ish and that you can absolutely do better than him. So I just want to encourage you ladies to always stay vigilant and always stay focused. There are a lot of people who are distractions, people from your past. These people oftentimes want to plant seeds of doubt. They want to distract you. They want to keep you stuck. They want you to stay in that busted car. But I want to encourage you ladies to upgrade your lives. I recently have upgraded my life in many different ways, and I can't tell you the amount of people that I've lost every time I've stepped my life up. Obviously, I've kept my small circle because those are the people who are genuinely meant to be in my life. But you do lose people on this journey of elevation. So drop down in the comments section. Let me know what you guys thought of this video and if you have any experiences that align with some of my experiences. And I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share some of your stories there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.